Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Tonight is a What's Up Wednesday and I am making some dinner. So I'm actually filming on Tuesday so that I can show you what's up for dinner on Wednesday. Okay, so What's Up Wednesday is hosted by Lucia at Tiho Creates. So if you want to get in on this, you just use the hashtag and I'll show you the paper at the end of this with what you have to put to be in on this open collab, and it's a great way to meet people and think of new things to do. So I am making firecrackers tonight, and this is the first part except for the doing of the hamburger. I'm going to do that next. All right, this is nearing being done. It is the 80-20, so I'm going to have to sop up some grease, as is often done. And add this taco seasoning. I chose to use the original rather than mild. I was hoping for more spice in the original, but I don't know if that's the case. If you know if mild is less spicy than original, let me know. Okay, this part is done, and I'm going to go over and cut some vegetables now to add to it. All right, I can't remember if I told, but I cleaned up, I cut the ends off, and I cleaned up the onions, and I cut the poblano in half. I might use more, I'm not sure yet, probably not. And I need to deseed it still. And then I'll just put them in this bowl, get rid of the garbage bowl. That's a pretty picture. All right, the peppers are just about done being cut. I just have this little bit. And so when they are done, I'm going to turn the heat back on over there on that ground beef. And these will flavor that meat some and soften. And then I'll put that, like I said, the taco seasoning in it. All right, everybody in the pool, the heat's on and this will start to warm up and I'll mix it in as it does. All right, this is mixed in, so I'm going to put in the taco seasoning now. It's hard to do through the camera. Now I'm going to add the water. So I just fill up the envelope with water. I think a lot of people do it that way. Saves me a dish. What am I going to use? And like that. And these peppers will soften while I do that. There we go. All the water seems to have absorbed, and the peppers are well on their way to softening. So, oh, the Mariners game is coming on. I just got an alarm on my phone. Alrighty, now it's got the, it's cooled down significantly, and I'm gonna go ahead and mix in the green onions, and then I'm gonna take it over to the table and get busy fixing the last part of fixing this. It's another pretty day outside. It's supposed to rain tomorrow and maybe Friday and maybe Saturday. We'll see. I have everything I need here. I've got my egg roll wrappers, which when I roll this spicy stuff up is going to look like a little firecracker. That's why I call them that. And I've got a plate with parchment just so it doesn't stick to it after they're rolled. I'll put them there, but I have to seal them just before I put them up, to close them and make sure they stay closed. So I just use a little dish of water in my fingers. They're clean. I washed them. It's not the first thing I've had my fingers in this family ate. My camera's acting a little shy. All right, so we go up. I just put a roll of that, a line of the hamburger or ground beef and the rest of the stuff. Then I rolled it over and I kind of tucked it in. Now I'm gonna go like this and then roll it closed. And I'll tell you what, no two rolls are gonna look alike. I'm not the best at this, but I give it the try I can. And there she is. One done in, I don't know, 20 to go. I'm not sure. I may run out of filling, and then I'll just put these in a package in the freezer and save them until I want to make another batch of these, or I want to make not firecrackers, egg rolls or whatever. I'm gonna serve this with, after they're done frying, I'm gonna serve it with Mexican style rice and street corn. They're mixed together in one of the microwave packets, so easy peasy. And oh, if you wanted to, you could put, you know, since it's taco filling, you could put black olives, chunks of onion, whatever you want. It's yours, you know. You could even put the rice and the street corn in these and stretch it to make more. You could also, like if you're going to serve several age groups, you could make really mild ones with just like beans, you know, refried beans and ground beef, and then they don't fuss about the spiciness, and you could ramp it up for the people that like that. That's how I tell if the oil's hot enough. I put a wooden pick or spoon, and when you see bubbles like that, you want it to not make such a fuss as it just did. But that means that oil's hot enough. So you just flip them with tongs. You don't want to try to use a fork or anything. Make sure you have something like this. So I don't know if this is true or not, but it's my opinion that if it's not hot enough and it has to heat up while they're in it, then it's going to kind of absorb that oil into the covers, into the roller wrappers. That's what they are, wrappers. I can't remember if I told you, put them sealed side down, that little envelope fold there, put that part down first so that it seals in the cook and you don't have to deal with it flopping open when it starts to steam and swell a little bit. All right, we have some review here. So let me just tell you right now, if you're in it for the heat, don't use poblanos. I've had some poblanos that were warmer than this, and these were definitely not, you know, spicy. So I would go ahead and use jalapeno over poblano, because jalapeno has a higher heat index, I guess. I looked it up. But I was told they were very good, but there was no firecracker in them. No fire, just cracker. These crack. All right. I hope that you enjoyed this, and if you like, make them, you know. Do them right this time. Take care, everybody. And like, comment, and subscribe, please, if you've never thought to comment or like. Or subscribe. That is so fun when I look and see somebody else subscribed and I get to know you if you want. All right. Have a good evening. Bye.